Today on In the Case Geek Culture, here's one I didn't think I was ever going to get to do. It's the last Ronin, the lost year's Michelangelo going through the freaking mountains to find the Hamato clan. I'm pretty stoked about this. Look how good that looks. I didn't go through and buy like every single last Ronin figure, like the red ones from the Night Watcher, whatever, flashback or whatever. I did buy everybody's like regular versions of stuff, and I own like 50 different foot bots and stuff, so come at me, bro, for buying more than one. But anyways, let's kind of look at this box a little bit and then pop them open. So, of course, we have the front here with the sweet-ass art. That is some good-looking art. You pop him open. There he is in the window. Looks really good in the window. There he is in his little shot, You got your side. You got your action shots here. Looks pretty cool. I like that little hoodie thing on him. It looks good, even with it down. And then you get your little side box here to go with your last Ronin boxes. I do kind of regret not keeping all of them, like I'm doing with the 2012 Turtles. Not the boxes themselves, but these cutouts here. I wish I would have thought of that idea whenever I was doing these, because they all connect and it looks really cool. So, it's okay. I'll live. But I throw away all the boxes. I'm sure I'm going to get a bunch of, but it's fine. I have all these SH Figure Arts boxes that I kept, and I don't know why I'm opening them. If I open it and I'll go to sell it later, does the box make that big of a difference? Like, am I going to get like a huge boost for having it stored up for 20 years? I don't know. I don't know if it really will. Like $50 to me is not worth the space for 20 years. That's if it's even worth $50 more for the box then, Now, if it was like a couple of grand, sure, but we're talking about NECA and some SH Figure Arts and stuff. Now, some Hot Toys and stuff, yeah, I'll always keep those, but these, nah, I chunk them. So anyways, let's pop it open. So there we have him, Mr. Frumpy Face. This is a really cool figure. I'm actually glad I got it. I was really on the fence, and he was hard to find for the longest time. I couldn't get him on the app order, and I just happened upon him the other day whenever I was walking around Walmart, and I said, yeah, we got to get this. I also saw this ET figure, which I'll show here in a minute, that had the glowing belly, and then they had a regular version, and I was comparing the two, because I want the glowing belly no matter what, but I was seeing if there was any accessories that were worthy. And then I put down the glowing belly one, and I got the regular one, and it was on clearance. So I was kind of pissed that I put back the glow finger, but whatever. Can't always win. I tend to lose, but sometimes I do win. So, anyways, he comes with his two heads. He's got the snarl, the grimace, the snow boots, which is super rad. I think that it's cool that they're separate. That's badass. He's got the hood down, his goggles. He's got all the turtle weaponry. And if you're asking why, spoiler alert, he's the last Ronin. I know it's a big surprise, so you didn't see it coming and you didn't have time to click away, but I just had to ruin it. I like that his nunchucks have metal chains. That's a pretty cool feature. Now, he's got his closed fists, and he has open hands and pointers, but they gave me two of the exact same hands for each side. I don't know if that's a factory error or if that's every one of them. If you have one of these and you have this issue too, let me know, because maybe that's just how they came, but I feel like that's a factory error. Anyways, let's move this bad boy around, change some stuff up, and have a little bit of fun. Today's background feature, Last Ronin hardcover collected edition. It comes in 3 hardcovers. They actually have a box set, and I bought all of them before the box set. I kind of chapped my ass because I love a good box set, but I'm not rebuying them for the box. But such a great read. Good way to read it. Best way to read it, in my opinion. And you can buy them, the individual ones, and pay the money. I don't even know if they're expensive, honestly. I don't look up anything I already own, unless, I'm going to sell it, and I'm never selling hardly anything ever. I have a problem. But This is how you should get it to read it. 100%. It's oversized. The hardbound, they don't have any gutter loss. It's beautiful. It's a great read. This one's still the best one, but the Lost Years and then the Re-Evolution one, it's still good. Reading about the new Turtles, it's fun. I mean, they kind of make them like X-Men, but you know, whatever. But here he is. He is one beefy dude. He is buff. His this will come off. Boop. And you can put this little bad boy on. Boop. Now he's got a little hood. It's pretty cool. I dig that. I can dig that a lot. Of course, you know, you have his goggles. They'll go on his head. I wanted to have the goggles because that's just so cool. I had them on upside down. Let's get them on right. There you go. They don't stay on worth a shit. But anyways, we're gonna be messing with him. Head pops off like normal. Oh, we're gonna die. Oh, every time. You can put on a little grumpy face if you don't like the teeth. Oh, motherfuck. There you go. You gotta throw in the cuss words. If not, you're not really toying. You have these little extra pieces coming off. Look at even the rope is off here. His belt hooks and loops and stuff. He's got the normal shoulder range. He can actually go up pretty far. Twist in the bicep, double jointed elbows. Look how fancy you're getting, NECA. Son of a gun. That's actually a pretty good flex for a jacketed figure. Then you got like the snowiness on his hands and stuff because he's climbing the mountain. It'd been cool if they would have given him like the ski poles or whatever. You know, his stuff drapes over here. There's no ab crunch. You know what? There actually is. No cuts for it. Just a soft suit. That is ridiculous, guys. How cool is that? You know, your pouch is loose up here for him to be able to move. You got your normal hips. You can only go up so far because of the jacket. But, I mean, he's climbing a freaking mountain, guys. Forward, not too bad. It's not too great either. Backwards, he's got too much cheeks. You got your knees double jointed. Boop, boop. He's hopping up there. Foot. Normal stuff for the foot. So he's got a pretty good range there. We can go on to loading up his. Here are his shoes. You slide them in the toes, like the sumo wrestler turtles from back in the day. I think I got this on the right foot. Maybe not. Let's try this toe. There we go. Yeah, they're foot specific, just FYI. Why aren't you going? Maybe I did have it on the right foot the first time. Yep, foot specific, like I said. I just need to learn where my arches are, just like my little kid. Yeah, there's those boots. Those are badass looking. That's cool. That's really cool. And then he has the sword scabbard. Does this have a place for it in the back here? Look at the injection point. God, that's getting on my nerves. That's probably the third time I've complained about it with these NECAs. You know, used to you never would see them, but for some reason, they're everywhere now. This is keyed for somewhere. But I don't see this key anywhere. Let's consult the books. So after looking at the package and seeing that they had the sword over here, in the center, and consulting a witch doctor, and then I called the UN, and then I called my grandma in heaven, and I asked, I was like, what do I do? I was looking at these earlier, and I was like, there's no way that it's going to be on this, because the box shows it in all different places but here. And you just stuff it in this little belt here, waiting for it to get knocked out. But that's where that goes. That's stupid. Let's slide this in here. Yeah, that doesn't. Why would the promo box shots show you? Here, I'm just gonna pull this thing up and I'm just gonna show you real quick, so that way you don't have to rewind. But see, it has the bow staff going here too. Like, there's nothing to hold this bow staff here, FYI. And then see, like, the sword is right here in the middle of his head. And then over here, the scabbard is on the back going straight up and down over here. There's nothing that shows it. Like on the inside, even. Look, it's behind his freaking head. Like and then it's coming across this way. That's not how this works at all. It's this way. That's how it looks. Yeah, it's the opposite direction. But whatever, we'll get past that. Then you have a slot here for your nunchucks. I don't know if you can see that very well, but you can put a set in there for the nunchaku, or as they say in Taekwondo, sanjabongs. So my son, funny enough, is actually a black belt in American Taekwondo Association. First degree. We moved and he couldn't continue. We could have gotten him into a different class somewhere else, but they didn't have an ATA place around here. And, you know, here's your size spot right here. It'll go right in here. You know, that's if I always like to deck my guys out. Get out of the way, arm. There we go. That's kind of dog shit right there. I'm not a big fan of that. Make sure you raise your arm up for it. That's the best way to do it. Raise the arm up. Bow staff, I'm assuming that it's for these hooks, but you have to flex it. Fucking sword. I don't think that's what that's good for. Maybe hanging his visor on, but I'm gonna make him wear this thing because that's badass. Like, why wouldn't you? So I'm guessing that that's what it is. Not a whole lot of posing to this guy. I might take a couple of snapshots of him in a certain way or whatever, and then we'll leave it at that and we'll get him into the case. There you go. There he is, bringing the heat. About to pull that sword, bro. There he is, trudging along, climbing that mountain. It's a tough life. Coming in with the more smoke. I think we'll do one more and then I'm done. There he is, busting out the chucks. Expert chucker. Fellow chucker, eh? And I think that's how I'm going to leave him. Just walking up, bow staff in hand, trying to get a grip. Weapons all put up. It's a fun figure. It really is. Some flaws. It's not perfect, but it is a really good figure. I would say 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 maybe, 7.5 we'll call it. Anyways, let's get him in the case. There he is in the case with the rest of the crew from the last Ronin. Check out all the singes I have. Because they each have different rankings, so I had to get one for each ranking and different head too. And then the black and whites for the production models that were getting cut out and pulled out because they were getting their asses kicked. There's your commanders, and that one came because of the extra accessory kit. And then I found out that you could take their bashed heads and put them on them too. So that means I need to get another couple of them for a bashed head regular one. And then you have this guy right here too. So I need to get a 2-pack, to be quite honest with you. We'll get there, because look, there's another bashed head. There's your regular Ronin, and, you know, shirtless with the brothers and naked. Then there they are in the past. And Casey Jones, which was a great figure. Splinter, Karai, Footbots. I mean, this is a great set. All the new turtles too, plus the babies. Plus Dead Raph. She's got a fucking motorcycle, dude. Like, how badass. Look, the scythe through the freaking skull. That's such a cool accessory. The Emperor Palpatine. The games. I mean, this was a great line. If you didn't collect them and you're into the turtles, get them, man. These are so cool. And there's not that many of them. The absurd amount of Footbots or Singes is my fault, but I'm that type of collector that I have to have everything and every type and different. See, like that's why I have 2 Footbots. There's different arms for them, loaded, unloaded, busted up faces, non-busted faces. I could have got like 2 more, but I didn't. But yeah, just last Ronin. He looks great in there. Have a great rest of the day, and I'm probably gonna make 1 or 2 more videos. So like and follow. Check out for some more.